It's one of the most iconic colors in CS2, but also one of the more expensive ones. It is also my favorite color. That's why I challenged myself to collect every purple skin in CS2, starting from basically nothing. But what does that mean? What are all the purple skins in CS2? That's what we'll have a look at right now. And I guarantee you'll discover at least a few skins you've never even considered part of a purple collection. We'll be starting with the pistols and go all the way up to the rifles. Without further ado, let's get right into it. With our first gun on the list, the Glock. We start with the skin that started it all for me, the Glock Shinobu. A truly beautiful skin, going for around 50 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. But if the whole anime style isn't your cup of tea, you can always go for the Glock Moonrise, worth around 6 to 7 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. Another option would be the Glock Synthleaf, but since it's from the same collection as the Wild Lotus, be prepared to spend a lot on it, since one in Factory New will set you back over 350 bucks. Also, yes, I will tell the prices of the best quality and in StatTrack if it has StatTrack, but I will also show the price of the field tested or minware versions. Next up with the USP-S, you got a bit more variety. We have the Sleeping Potion from the Harlequin collection, another beautiful skin going for only around 8 bucks in Factory New. If you want a bit more of a premium skin, you could go for the purple DD pad, worth around 50 in Factory New. Although I kinda hate how bad this skin wears, so for more flawless versions, be prepared to overpay a lot. But another great choice is one of my personal favorite finishes, the Black Lotus, going for around 34 in StatTrack Factory New. For the little brother of the USP-S, the P2K, we don't really have any good purple skins yet. I guess you could go for the Wicked Sick or the Acid Etched, but I feel like we're really stretching the definition of purple with those. So a simple solution, just use the USP-S. For the people that just want to spam shots, we got the dual Berettas Floor Carnivora, which goes for around 6 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. I know it's not that purple, but just slap some stickers on it and we're all good. The P250 has quite a few options, with a lot of variety, but the best option by far is the Plum Netting, going for only around 6 cents in Factory New. This is also a heavily pattern based skin, and if you want the number one max purple pattern, pattern 723, it will set you back around 3 bucks in Factory New. Then we have two skins that can be debated on if they're purple or not. We got the Digital Architect, a skin that mainly looks blue, but has patterns where you see a lot of purple lines. Good enough for me to count it for my challenge, but if you want one, it will set you back quite a lot, since no matter the wear, be prepared to have to spend 40 to 50 bucks for one. And even more if you want specific purple patterns. Another contender is the P250 Draught, featuring a more lighter purple around the skull parts. Again, is it truly purple? I don't know. But for those few bucks in Factory New, why not just add it? Another option would be the P250 Vino Primo, featuring a more pinkish purple, but this one will set you back around 20 bucks in Factory New. And last but not least, the Epicenter could work really nice. Another more mid-end option going for around 35 bucks. Now I got a question for you. What gun do you think has the most purple skins? Pause to think for a second. If you guess something like the M4A1S or the AK-47, you'd be close. But wrong. If you guess the Deagle, no, also wrong. The gun with the most purple skins out of any gun in the game is the 5.7, with a total of 7 purple skins. So let's rapid fire through them. We got the Dark Polymer, worth around 2 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. The Hybrid, worth around 5 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. The Flame Test, worth around the buck. The Weathered Find, worth around 6 bucks in Factory New. The new Desert Seal, worth around 50 cents in Factory New. The Violet Daimo, worth around 3.50 in StatTrack Factory New. And last but not least, the purple patterns of the 5.7 heat treated, worth around 23 bucks in Factory New. Be prepared to overpay for a lot of the max purple patterns. After all those, we get to one of the least used guns in the game, the CC, with only one option. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Going for around 30 bucks in StatTrack Factory New. And after that, for the Tech 9, we also have one skin, the Tech 9 Sandstorm. Keep in mind, this is a very pattern based skin, so be prepared to have to overpay quite a bit for the good purple patterns. This skin will set you back around 6 bucks in StatTrack Minware. Next up, my teammate's favorite gun to pick mid in Mirage with, the Deagle, with a total of 6 options. First, we have another of my personal favorite skins, the Deagle Fire Breathing. Basically the purple brother of the Deagle Blaze. if you want to get one in Static Factor New to destroy those snipers, it will set you back around 11 bucks, but truly worth the price in my opinion. Then we have a skin that doesn't really count, the Kumichu Dragon. The only purple part of this gun is the handle, but I feel like this skin does fit really nice into a purple collection. But if you go for it, be prepared to have to spend about 100 bucks on the Static Factor New version. Again, is it purple? No, but it's cool enough to be included. Just like next up, we have two big skins. We got the Deagle Starcade, which really pops with all the color. If you hold it in game, the main color you see is in fact purple. And be prepared, because the factory new version will set you back around 250 bucks, making it the most expensive pistol so far. But it won't enjoy that medal for too long, because next up we got the Ocean Drive. I like to refer to this as the older brother of the Starcade. And if you hold it in game, again, you see a lot of purple tones. And in Static Factor New, it will set you back a whopping 350 bucks, making it by far the most expensive purple pistol. After that, as you probably expected, we got the Deagle Heat Treated, worth around 54 bucks in Factor New. Like the 5.7, be prepared to have to overpay for the max purple patterns. And last but not least, for the Deagle, we got the Deagle Mulberry. Another pinkish purple skin and a reasonable option, because it will only set you back around 15 euros in Factor New. And for the last gun, we got the favorite gun of the spin botters, the R8 Revolver, with two solid options. We got the R8 Crazy 8, worth around 6 bucks, and the R8 Phoenix Marker, worth around 20. But the last one is extremely pattern based again, so probably needs some overpay for the best purple patterns. But who uses this gun other than the spin botters? Let's be honest. Now we're finally done with the pistols, but believe me, that one Deagle, it's not nearly the most expensive purple gun. Starting with the MP9, that immediately gets beaten, because for the MP9 we got one option, the Wild Lily. One of the most beautiful skins within the game. Valve really cooked with this one, but only one problem. It's the only skin that trades up for the most expensive skin in the game, so be prepared to spend a whopping 2.5k on a factory new version. And good luck, cause even the cheapest will set you back around 2k. Then, for everyone's favorite gun to rush banana with, the Mag-10. We got three solid options, and thank god it's a bit more affordable. We got the Ultraviolet, worth around 100 bucks in Static Factor New, but that's due to its float cap, so Minware is way more affordable at around 6 bucks. But if you're more into the pinkish purple, this one is something for you. The Mag-10 Cyber only, going for around 10 bucks in Static Factor New, really fits well with the Deagle Mulberry. Another clean skin would be the Mag-10 Lightbox, mainly black, but with quite some purple accents, so I thought I might as well add it. And for those 2 bucks in Static Factor New, it's a great budget option. After that we get to some guns where we have to stretch the definition of purple a bit. For the MP7, you got the Just Smell, a mostly bluish green gun with a lot of purple accents. So for me, it's purple enough to be counted. And for those 5 bucks in Static Factor New, you can't really complain. And then for the MP5, we're going with the MP5 Neon Squeezer. Another extremely pattern based skin, with some patterns where you can almost only see the dark purple background. And again, for those 10 cents in field tested, it's a great option till Valve releases some better skins. Let's take a look at the UMP, with a total of 4 purple options. We got the Moonrise, only 250 in Static Factor New, and it fits perfectly with the Glock of the same finish. If you're more into OG skins, the Minotaur's Labyrinth is something for you, with a beautiful purple-blue maze-like finish. But be prepared to pay, because since it's from the Gods and Monsters collection, a Factor New version will set you back around 100 bucks. And next, we got the UMP Continuum from the Genesis collection. But wait. Isn't this skin clearly blue? Am I really that colorblind? Well, no. You see, this is one of the few skins that change color the higher the wear is. So if you get this skin in Battle Scarred, it turns all purple, and luckily for us, it's also the cheapest wear, costing only around $1. But for the deeper purple, you can overpay a bit for an even higher float. The closer you get to one, the more purple it is. Another skin like this is the Delusion. In good conditions, it already has the purple accents, but as it wears, the spots where it wears turn purple, so the higher the wear, again, the more purple it is. A skin that fits perfectly with how delusional I am to get all these skins. But, luckily for me, A static field test version of this only goes for around $1. Next up, for the P90, we have a skin I barely see anyone talk about. It's the Wash Me. Quite pattern based, but there are tons of patterns with this really nice pastel purple. A great skin for any purple collection, and for only 13 cents in factory new, a no-brainer to include in your collection. Another choice for the P90 is the third wear based skin, the Neo Queen. With the more battle scarred it gets, the more purple it becomes. Another budget banger costing only 50 cents in static battle scarred. To finish off the SMGs, we got the PP-Bizon Space Cat. Another skin that's not that purple, but it's purple enough. And for only 150 in static factory new, it's the perfect skin to collect dust in your purple inventory. Now that we got those out of the way, it's finally time for the moment you all have been waiting for. The rifles. Starting out with the FAMAS, that has 3 solid options. For the more pink and purple enjoyers, we got the Pulse. For only $20 in static factory new, and for the same price we got the Rapid Eye Movement. Again in static factory new, the most purple skin for the FAMAS. But if you're more into the collection skins, you could go for the FAMAS Sundown, a beautiful skin featuring dark purple leaves. But it will set you back quite a bit, since it's from the same collection as the Wild Lily, with factory new going for around $100. Now for the gun that everyone keeps force buying in my lobbies, the Galil. We got a few solid options, the best being by far the Sandstorm, with a static Minoir version available for $6. It's a great skin to add to your purple collection, but again, the max purple patterns will require a good overpay. An even cheaper alternative is the Sky Mandala, another beautiful pattern based skin, and with it being less than $2 in factory new, a great budget option. But if you got some more money to throw at this force buy gun, you can go for a Phoenix Backlight. Again, an extremely pattern based skin, with some patterns being more desirable because of the Phoenix head. A regular factory new will set you back around $200, with overpay for the better patterns. But if that's a bit too much for you, you can also go with the middle ground, the Galil Rainbow Spoon, for only around $37. Although, do keep in mind, this, like all the other skins for the Galil for some reason, is really pattern based, so be sure to snipe a more purple pattern so you don't end up with a blue and green gun. The only one that isn't pattern based though is the Chromatic Aberration, with it being mainly purple to the back. It's a solid pick for a purple loadout, but it is a bit more mid-end, going for around $35 in static factory new. Now for the main CT guns, we got the M4A4, with quite a few solid options. We got the Desolate Space, and when I first saw this skin I didn't really know what to think of it, but with time I'm beginning to like it more and more, although it doesn't come without a price tag, with the static factory new version going for around $110. For a bit less than $100, we got the static factory new Dragon King, another great option if you got some more money to throw at your skins. But if you want a more budget option, the M4A4 Polysoup is something for you, with it being around $30 in factory new or $10 in field tested, making it the cheapest purple M4. If you really want to go all out and like the OG skins, the M4 X-Ray is something for you. A really clean looking M4 with a lighter purple, but it's a bit more pricey, with it being around $160 in static factory new. Although, if you're lucky enough, you might snipe one with some nice OG stickers on it. Moving on to its brother, the M4A1S, we got a few more, let's say, interesting options. We got of course the obvious, the Black Lotus, one of my favorite guns in the game, and actually the first gun I chased in my challenge. In static factory new, it will set you back around $35. But this skin also looks really clean in higher floats, because the whole gun gets this purple pinkish glow. It's also the skin I will be giving away in this video, so be sure to like, subscribe and comment to join the giveaway, when it will be announced before I post my next video. For the next option, we have the M4A1S Stratosphere. Personally, wouldn't be my first choice, because of, yeah, if you know, you know. But I mean, if you swing that way and are willing to pay $48 for it, good for you. Another solid option is the M4A1S Vaporwave. Yes, I know, this skin is mostly white, but if you hold it in game you see a lot of purple, so that's why I decided to include it in here. And in static factory new, it will cost you around $300. Next up, the M4A1S Party Animal. And I know what you're thinking, isn't this skin just all blue? Well, again, no, because at certain patterns, the part of the body is almost all purple, and for only $35 in factory new, I feel like it's quite an underrated skin. Then we have some budget bangers, with another one of my personal favorites, the Night Terror. Another skin that turns more purple the more battle scarred it is. And I put this craft on it the other day that just works way too well. Without the craft, it will set you back around $2. And with the craft, add a buck or two for the stickers. And next up, we got a skin not a lot of people would think of when talking about purple skins. The M4A1S Wash Me Please. Another controversial pick, but actually it has these purple spots on it. And there are certain patterns where most of the visible gun is covered in the purple spots, making it look like, you guessed it, a purple gun. Now, let's go back to the T side and talk about the AK skins. My first pick is the Midnight Lemonade, an extremely clean purple skin and quite affordable as well, with factory new only being around $17. Then for another one of my favorite guns in the game, the AK Neon Rider, another extremely clean skin, and you can see that with the price, with a StatTrak factory new version costing around $350. It's definitely a very hype skin. And now for a skin that wasn't as popular till a few months ago, the AK Nightwish, one of the skins that skyrocketed in price with the gold trade-up updates, with a StatTrak factory new version setting you back around $140. After that we have two more niche guns. We got the AK Aphrodite, a very controversial skin when it got added to the armory. But what's purple about the skin? Well, there are specific patterns that make the gun have a purple glow, and a good purple pattern could cost you as much as $600 in factory new. But if you're more of a fan of the lighter purple, the Baroque purple is something for you, costing around $88 in factory new and around $9 in Minway. It's a great budget option and fits really well with the new 5.7 Desert Seal. Next up for the AUG, we got two options, one of them being the most expensive gun in this entire collection, the Akihabara Accept, costing a whopping 3.2k in factory new. And good luck, because there's no way the supply will increase, with the trade-up input being more expensive than this skin. And the other option is the Death by Puppy, a lot more affordable with it only being $16 in StatTrak factory new. Do keep in mind, it's another pattern based skin, so be sure to pick a pattern where the view model is mostly purple. Then the T-side equivalent, the SG553, has four options. Like the FAMAS, it has the pulse finish. Again, more if you're going for that purple pink look, but for only $12 in StatTrak factory new, it's a pretty solid option. After that we got the ultraviolet. Just like its Mach 10 counterpart, it's quite rare in StatTrak factory new, making it around $90 to get one. But in Minwire, you can pick up one for around $10. And then next, two true budget bangers. The Desert Blossom, costing around $4 in factory new, another really pattern based skin, and the Aloha, another pattern based skins, you guessed it, but this time only costing 50 cents in StatTrak factory new. Arriving at snipers, we got the SSG-08, with one option, the Turbo Peak, a really clean skin for the B-hoppers out there, costing around $90 in StatTrak factory new. And then we have a big one, the gun I use the most, the AWP. We got 5 options, all having quite the price tag. The first one is the Krakow, costing around $100 in the factory new. And yes, I know, it mainly looks pink, but when you hold it, the scope and the top of the gun is all purple, so it has to be included in this list. Next up, we got the Onitaji, another really clean skin released back in 2017. But if you want a skin that's truly purple and truly OG, you can't get better than the Orb Lightning Strike. Both of these go for around $900 in StatTrak factory new. If you're more into pattern based skins, the Electric Hive is something for you, with some patterns that have a lot of purple in them. But be prepared to overpay for these patterns, where your regular StatTrak factory new will set you back around $100. For the last option, we got the Chromatic Aberration, again like its Galil counterpart, featuring a lot of purple towards the back. This is by far the cheapest AWP, but it will still set you back around $45 in StatTrak factory new. But after that, let's get back to some more affordable guns with the Scar 20. The Poltergeist is one of the cheapest skins in this wall collection, costing only 28 cents in StatTrak factory new. But for a bit more of premium luck, you can go for the Magna Carta, costing around $16 in factory new. If you want a middle ground and don't mind a bit of loot, the Wild Berry is another great option, costing around $3 in factory new. For the T-side equivalent, the G3 SG1, you got to spend a bit more, with the only option being the Flux, another OG skin from 2015, which nowadays will set you back around $60 in StatTrak factory new, mainly because it's used in a trade-up for skins like the Kill Confirmed and the Golden Koi. But to be honest, it's also a really clean skin. Next up for the real rats out there, we arrive at the shotguns. Starting with the Nova, we got 3 really nice options. and one of them you wouldn't expect. The EXO, only around 80 cents in StatTech Factory New. One of the newest skins, the Smart Gun, now worth around 12 bucks in Factory New, but the price will most likely drop in the coming weeks. But also, the Hyper Beast from the Wall skin line is the only Hyper Beast featuring a purple background, which fits really good with the beadwork gloves. And luckily, it's the cheapest one of the Hyper Beast, but it will still set you back around 70 bucks in StatTech Factory New. Then for the gun that's like my kryptonite as an office player, the XM. We got 3 options. We got the Gumball Camo, costing around 15 cents in Factory New. Then the Ziggy, which is 4 bucks in StatTech Factory New. Although be prepared to overpay a ton for the max purple pattern. And then the last option is a skin I see almost no one talk about. The XM Elegant Vines. A beautiful skin with different patterns, some more purple than others. And it costs around 33 bucks in Factory New. Then we get to the second skin that has no purple skins at all, Max 7. But I don't see anyone besides Renyan use it, so I don't really care about it. I mean, you could go for the Monster Call for about 4 bucks, but it's clearly more blue than purple. Although the D-Sides equivalent, the Sawed Off, got a bit more love from Valve. You can go for the Kiss Love, costing around 25 bucks in StatTech Factory New. But for some more budget options, you can go for the Apocalypto for around 6 bucks in StatTech Factory New. Or as an ultra budget options, you can go for the parts for only 42 cents in Factory New. Just be sure to choose a pattern that exposes more of the purple background. And if you want to get even more budget than that, you could go for the Sawed Off Runoff. Even though it's a bit less purple, it's still a solid option. And for those few cents in Factory New, like, why not just add it? And then for some war skins that can collect dust in your inventory, we got the M249 with 2 skins. The Downtown for about 2 bucks in StatTech Factory New, or the Block Blast going for around 150 in StatTech Factory New. And then for the most goated gun in the entire game, the Negev. We might have the best purple skin in the whole game, the Negev Sour Grapes. Beautiful base for some sticker crafts. Just don't go to B-side with it if you're up against Owner Pixel. And that's it for all the gun skins. And yeah, I know, it was a lot. But we get to the good part now. The gloves and the knives. For the knives I'll just say the finishes, or else this video will be 1 hour long. And right now it's already longer than any of my other videos, so let's get through this. For the gloves, from cheapest to expensive. We got the Plum Quills, perfect for if you're going for the A1S Stratosphere. Again, if you know, you know. Going for around 850 bucks in Factory New. Then the superior cheaper glove, the Imperial Plates, going for around 950 bucks in Factory New. Then we get to my personal favorite, the Violet Beadwork, which will set you back around 2000 bucks in Factory New. Then for the creme de la creme of the gloves, the most expensive glove in the game, the Pandora's Box, costing a whopping 25k in Factory New. Yes, 25k. You can get a down payment on a house with that. Another solid option would be the Ultraviolence, but they're way more pink than purple, so I'm not including them. Then for the knife finishes, we got 4 options. The Freehand, available for these knives and definitely more of a budget option. Then we got the Ultraviolets, normally also a budget option, but just like the Mach 10 and SG, the Factory New ones are way more expensive. Some even reaching above Doppler prices. So yeah, those will be fun to get. Then we get to the obvious one, the Black Pearls, the ultra high-end finish and the most expensive finish in the game, all purple. And last but not least, a finish I don't think you would have expected, the Blue Steel. You see, just like the A1S Night Terror and the UMP Continuum, the Blue Steel becomes more purple the more battle scarred it is, almost giving you like a fake Black Pearl for about the same price as Freehand. Some honorable mentions are the regular Doppler faces and the Sapphire, but since they aren't really purple enough in my opinion, I decided not to include them in here. And let's be honest, getting all these skins will already be close to impossible, so let's not make it any harder for myself. And there you have it, every purple skin in the game. Did I miss any skin or do you disagree with some of my picks? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. Now, the only thing left is actually collecting every single one of these. Subscribe if you want to follow along on that journey. Have a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next one.